Now, someone is banging, I don't know what it is. I can't sit here waiting until they stop. So if you hear banging in the middle of this, that's what's happening. I can't do anything about that. So, okay, so the first card you've got for your past, this beautiful High Priestess. Super, super spiritual, super intuitive. Yeah, very, very strong connection. So, yeah, there's a strong connection here. There's a strong love connection here. Now, it might not be that it's strong in love. There is a love connection between you. You have had a connection with this person in your past, way, way, way back in your past. And you've always felt connected to this person if this is you. But just because they're connected to you, and there always will be in a certain way, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be with them. So I needed to get that out of the way first, because I'm getting that really clearly, that there's a spiritual connection between you and someone else, and it's there's a lot of confusion around that, let's say. So I've got that there. So yeah, it feels like you used to know them years and years ago, or you were both not as mature as you are now when you were with them. So you were both a little bit mature when you were together, if that's the case, if you were together properly or not, I don't know, but there's love, there was love between you, if that's you. And so, you're not as mature as you are now. You didn't know what you wanted out of a relationship. They didn't know either. It was all very confusing because you were just young. And, just if you look at next to this, if you look right next to this in the top row, you've got the Page of Pentacles here. So look at how unsure he is. He's holding this coin. He's got it on the tips of his fingers. So he's like, I'm not sure about this. I want this, but I'm not sure. So you were both a bit like that, I think, between each other. You were like, I want this, but I'm really, I'm not that mature. I don't know what I want. We both don't know what we want. So it's that kind of feeling, if that makes sense. And now, if you look all the way across the top, the Page of Pentacles has grown up into the Queen of Pentacles. There's that banging. So yeah, so you've matured. So that's all I'm seeing there. So you've grown a lot, you've matured a lot, you've gone from the Page to the Queen now. So what I'm getting is, as you've changed over the years, you're a lot more open in your mind about a lot of ideas. I think you had a very not a closed mind, but of course when you're younger, we think, when we're younger, especially when we're teenagers, and it might have been that that's where you knew them, we're like, I know everything, I know this, I know that, I know everything, I've got it all worked out. And then as you get older, you're like, actually, things become less and less clear. It's like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, and your mind's a lot more open. So I think that's how you are now. But it feels like your emotions aren't as open as they were. Your emotions were very open to this person at one time, very open. Even though you're unsure of yourself, you had a lot of feelings for them, and they did for you as well. And now your emotions are a lot more closed off. And again, that comes from experience, life experience. People hurt you, things happen in your life, and sometimes it can make people a lot more closed off. And I think that's what's happened with you. Because again, the Queen of Pentacles, she's protecting the coin. So you're open with this coin, with the Page. Look at my love for them, I want them, this and that. And now you've graduated to the Queen, and she's protecting her coin. She's protecting her emotions. She's protecting herself. So that's what I'm getting across the top there. Yeah, you're always going to be connected. You're always going to have that very deep spiritual connection. I don't know if you believe in different lives. Some people do. Maybe you've known each other even way back in another life. Now that, again, I need to stress this really strongly. That doesn't mean you are supposed to be together in love. It may or it may not be. So I have to stress that really strongly, because a lot of people get that very strong connection and they think, I'm supposed to be with that person, and then they miss out on other people. So I just wanted to say that. So, okay, so if you're at a kind of a crossroads in love, because I'm getting this, it feels like they've come backwards and forwards a little bit. They've spoken to you a little bit over the years, and then they've gone back again. I'm not getting a lot of mature conversation. I'm not getting heavy conversation. I'm not getting deep conversation. I'm getting little things. The other thing I'm getting here is, it feels like you were hurt, and it feels like they did something to hurt you, this person. So you were with this person a long time ago. You've had lots of little backwards and forwards conversations. You do feel a connection to them, but there's also this hurt there, which is what I'm seeing here in this Five of Cups. You can see that. So I think that's why, another reason why you've got some of your emotions closed. It just in general, you're like that, I think you are naturally a little bit like that, but you've got your emotions closed to this particular individual because they did hurt you. So I'm getting that. And so what I'm getting here is you've got this Page of Pentacles here. Pages can be messages. So there's a message coming in from this person, and I think when they come and talk to you this time, it's not going to be this superficial, hey, how are you, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be quite heavy. So at this time, it feels like they're getting a bit more serious. They're thinking, okay, no, I seriously do really want you. I think they've been thinking about you for a long time, really getting their head around this, and now they're ready to come in and talk to you. That's what I'm getting. Because again, look at this page. He's looking at the coin. He's thinking, I love this coin. Look at the way he's looking at that. So that's how they feel about you. But, you know, again, with this Five of Cups, something was damaged, literally, between you. Yeah, the trust's been damaged. I'm getting that. The trust has been damaged between you. The trust has been damaged between you. And as an Aries, you know, if you lose trust with someone, you're gone. It's like, bye, that's it. I can't trust you. I don't want to be anywhere near you. But there's love here. There's love here and there's a connection here. And I think that's what's kept you kind of thinking about this person if this is you. So yeah, backwards and forwards. The only thing I can see here is they are going to come in and talk to you. It's going to be quite deep, let's say. And I think that they're talking to you in view of getting together with you. I can see that really clearly. You've got the Knight of Cups here as well, which is about a love offer coming in. So they are serious about this. Now, if this is what they want with you, they're going to have to let you go through all the old things that have happened. You're going to have to work through all this hurt with them. They're going to have to let you do that. And they're going to have to show you that they're stable now, that they take you seriously now, that they take this relationship seriously now, that they have graduated in some way. You've graduated from the Page to the Queen. They have to show that they've graduated, they're more mature and they're more serious this time. That's the difference here that I've got. Now, with this Knight of Cups, if this is all resonating, it looks like they might be a little bit dreamy about this connection. You know, they might be thinking, oh, it's love, it's written in the stars. Because I keep on getting this spiritual connection between you. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be there in some form. Even if you don't get together, you're still going to be in a little bit of contact or whatever, some kind of contact over the years. I'm seeing that. You're always going to have that contact. But you know, the Knight of Cups is kind of a dreamy knight. He's all about the surface. You know, he's all about, you know, I'm the knight in shining armour. I look perfect. I'm dressed up beautifully. I'm all about the look. So I think for them, they've got, and the other thing is, the other thing is, if you look at his helmet, you know, he's got wings on his helmet, and wings can be about, you know, the heavens. So on his head, on this person's head, he or she, whoever this is, they're thinking, this is true love. I've got this spiritual connection. It's coming from the heavens and all this kind of flowery romantic thing. But they've got to show you they've got the coin, not the cup. They've got to show you they've got the coin. They've got to show you they've got the stability. They've got to let you work through all this hurt you've been through. They've got to listen to that. And, you know, they've got to take your word for it, and they've got to show you that they're prepared to give you that stability. So I'm not seeing that in this Knight of Cups, I have to tell you. So it might be that, you know, you talk to them and you realise, no, they're not stable. You know, they're not a stable person in my life. I don't want this person anymore. Or you might talk to them and they might say, oh, I'm open to listening to what you have to say. Oh, okay, so that hurt you, you want to work through that, this is what you need in a relationship, this is what I'm prepared to do about that. So you don't know. They may be one way or the other way, and I wish I could tell you that, but I can't, because there are a lot of variables when you have these talks. I don't know which way it's going to go. All I can see is there's a message coming in from someone in your past. If all this resonates with you, there have been some kind of little talks in the past. Now it's getting serious. They want to be with you and they have very strong feelings for you, but it has to be stable. It has to be stable, and they have to listen to you. So that's what I've got there. So I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so I'm just looking at this Five of Cups and the Knight of Cups together now. So that's what I'm looking at now. And so I'm getting this kind of, it feels like a perception, because again, this Knight of Cups can be about, you know, what's on the surface, you know, the beautiful shiny armor, the beautiful, you know, looking man, this perfect person. So what I'm getting here is I'm getting perception. Yeah, I'm getting family perception, actually. Family perception. And I think some people in your family have this perception of you, and it's not true, it's only a perception, that you're like someone else. I'm getting, oh, you're just like so-and-so. Oh, you're exactly like this. You think the same, you look the same, you whatever it is. And they're not looking at you deeply, because you're very different from this person. Extremely different from this person. Very different on the inside, but they're not looking at the inside. They're looking at the outside. And what I'm seeing with you is, it took you a long, long time to move away from those people saying that to you. You might have even literally moved away from certain family members to get away from that kind of attitude. Because, yeah, have a look across the bottom here. I'll just show you across the bottom row horizontally. So the Knight of Cups is about this kind of perception thing. It's not real. And he's walking away, he's literally walking into the Page of Wands. And this is kind of where you are now. You've achieved up to a certain point, but you've got to move a little bit further to get to the Four of Wands. And so that's what you're doing. So I think you've already moved away and you've already achieved a lot more than you would have if you're around these people. Because you had them saying these things in your ear. Oh, you'll never do this, you're like this, you're like that, you're like this. And you're not like any of that. You're like you. And you can see your abilities. And maybe a lot of these people couldn't do that. And because you've moved away from that, you've been able to see up the top of this wand, like this Page of Wands here, look above who these people are showing you that you are. You can see up high into the sky. And because of that, you've achieved moving into this Four of Wands. You've come so far. You've got further to go. You've got further to go. But yeah, because of that, you've achieved that and you've moved away. So I'm getting all mixed up now, but hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. So hopefully you do. What I'm getting here is, I'm seeing a little bit of a back turn here. So there's someone in your family, and it might be this person who they're all saying, oh, you're just like them, you're just like them. So it might be someone that's close to you in age, might be a cousin, might be a sibling, might be a parent. People are saying, oh, you're just like them, you're just like them. So some person in your family is going through a lot of problems right now. This is what I'm getting. And I think what's going to happen is you're thinking of going back and helping this particular person. So if that resonates with you, if you get a message to say, oh, this person's in trouble, come and help them. What I'm getting here is talk to that person that needs help directly. Because I'm getting lots and lots of chatter and lots of talk, lots of perceptions, lots of talk that's not real around the situation. And if you listen to other people, you might not get the full story here. And you're going to have to get that full story to know, to make that decision as to whether you're going to help them or not. So talk to the person who's in trouble directly. You're going to have to put all of this old family history in the back of your mind if you want to help this person as well. Get that all out of your head. Move back to talk to this person. You might actually have to talk to them face to face and be with them, because I am seeing a little bit of moving or traveling here. Or it might be that you just talk to them over the phone or something. But you've got to talk to them directly. You've got to talk to them directly, because there's a lot of talk that's going on. And I think, to get a realistic view of this, you're going to have to talk to them face to face. So Hopefully that helps someone. Yeah, they've made some bad decisions. They've made some bad decisions and they need your help. I'm not sure what kind of help this is, but the only way you'll know that is to talk to them directly. That's really, really clear there. So I hope that helps someone. Okay. I hope this makes sense, because sometimes I go on and on and on, and then I think, does that actually make any sense? Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to question myself. I'm just going to move on. Right, so the first card you've got for your presence is this, the present, I should say, is this Page of Pentacles, and I love this. Again, Pentacles, stability. And what's really interesting is with this beautiful page, and I love him, very, very sensitive page. You can see the sensitivity in his eyes and in his fingers, the way he's holding this very sensitive page. And yeah, what's interesting is you'd think the Page of Cups would be the most sensitive because he's the page of emotion, but he's not. He's actually a little bit silly, the Page of Cups. And I think the reason why is the real love. It's not in the cups. It's not in the flowery language. It's not in the talk. It's not in the, oh, I'm in love with you. It's in the stability. If someone offers you stability, if someone offers you that, you know, I'm here for you, I'm going to be your rock, I'm not moving, I'm not going anywhere, I'm here to support you, I'm here to be with you through everything, that's worth 1,000,000 times more than cups, I should say. You know, stability is worth more than that. It's worth more than flowery words, it's worth more than anything. And that's what you know in your head, because you've graduated to this Queen of Pentacles. You know that. So again, when this love connection comes in, when they come to talk to you, the first thing is really, really take your time. Really, really assess what they're like right now, whether they've actually changed, whether they've grown. And yeah, make sure they've got stability on their mind, because at the moment, again, they're coming up as this Knight of Cups. It's like, oh, it's meant to be, oh, it's from the heavens, all that flowery talk, and that's fine. I love a bit of flowery talk. But what's the point of it in the end? You know, you've got to look at where this is going. Is it going somewhere real? Do they have something real to offer me? That's what you've got to ask yourself. And, you know, do they want a proper relationship? Or are they just trying to convince you, you know, to kind of win you over, to go, oh, I'm in love now, it's all, I've won them over, I've won the game, it's fantastic. No, you don't want that. You want someone real. You want action over words. That's what you want. And they've got to prove that to you. So I'm getting that really, really strongly. So you need to hold that in your head, because it feels like they're going to come in with all this, oh, I love you, it's written in the stars and everything, all that kind of stuff. And you've got to kind of get your head straight and keep your head on the stability, and that's what you want, and keep going back to that when you talk to them, when you have these conversations. I'm being bossy, I know, I'm sorry. So, okay, so I'll talk about this horrible Five of Swords in the middle here. Yeah, look at the storm. So all these clouds, look at all these clouds all brewing in the background. So there's a storm brewing. Yeah, I think it's been brewing for a while, actually. Yeah, it looks like you've been avoiding someone. It's not this person who's coming in, it's someone else. This is a platonic relationship. It's not even a relationship. I don't know what to call it, but you've been avoiding this person if this is you. And you only do that. You only avoid people when you get that horrible feeling in your stomach. It's like, oh. That's the only way I can describe that feeling. And once you get that feeling about someone, you don't overanalyze. You don't go around saying, oh, maybe this, maybe that, oh, maybe they made a mistake, oh, maybe they don't make, no. It's like, no, I'm moving on, goodbye, I've got that feeling in my stomach, I'm moving on. You know, and I think with this particular person I'm getting here, it feels like, yeah, I'm getting that feeling. It's like, I can't even be near this person, I can't be around them, I just cannot be near them. This is one of these people that repels you. So, yeah, and I think this is why I'm getting poking. I know that's going to sound really strange. You know, kind of like poking a bear in a way. Provoking you. That's what I'm getting. Lots of pushing, poking. And I think for a long time this person poked you, They were trying to get a reaction from you. I'm getting that. And I'm getting it stopping for a while and then they start back again, all that kind of thing. And it's poking through words. It's poking through words because we've got swords here. This is all about words. Now, if you know who this is, I hope you don't, but if you do, be really careful because there's a message coming in. You've got 2 pages here, so you've got 2 messages coming in this reading. So, yeah, it's very, very shady. I've got that word shady coming into my mind. And if you know who this is, it won't surprise you that this is a shady message that's coming in from this person. It's a written message, so it might be an email, might be a text. Now, it's a... yeah, this is horrible. It's a pretend apology. So it's like, I'm apologising, and the apology is a disguise. It's a facade. It's a disguise for something else underneath. And what's underneath is provoking yet again. So they're trying to provoke you. They want a confrontation. That's what they want. They want that deep down. They're not showing that in their words. They're not showing you that. But that's what they want. Really horrible. And that's why you've got that feeling around them. That's why. And it's that feeling that you get around some people, that feeling you get, it's your map. It's like, this is showing me where to go. This is showing me who to come near. This is showing me who to stay away from. Always follow that if you get that feeling around someone. So, yeah, if they message you or if they text you, be really careful of what you text back or write back or whatever, because it does feel very, it feels very, very shady. So they might do something like screenshot what you've written and show other people, or they might do something like that, because they're coming across as this 5 of Swords, very, very devious character. So if I were you, I wouldn't answer them. You know, I wouldn't text them back. I wouldn't email them back. I wouldn't even contact them at all, actually, if I were you. But you might have to. You might feel as if you have to for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, the other thing I'm getting here is be really, really careful with your temper, because I keep on getting this poking, this provoking. And they might try and do that again. And I think if you react, that's what they want. So you'll give them that satisfaction. It's like, oh, I got a rise out of them. It's that kind of thing. And if you react, what I'm getting here is, with this combination of cards here, you will regret that. If you react to this in an angry way or whatever, you're going to regret that. Because you look at the 5 of Cups. You've got the 5 of Cups right next to this. And it looks like this man in the 5 of Swords is looking directly over to this man in the 5 of Cups, and he's hunched over, he's regretting what he said. That's what I'm getting in that too. So in those 2 cards, sorry. So if you react, you regret it. That's what I'm getting there. So try not to say anything. Try not to say anything. And yeah, look at this Page of Wands. So again, this Page of Wands, he's looking up to the top of this wand and he's trying to achieve something. And what I'm getting is, yeah, I'm getting jealousy here. This is what's behind all this. And usually it is with these kinds of people. So you've left a situation, you've moved on, you've grown, you've gotten to a certain level of achievement in your life. So there's something you've literally achieved. So it might be that, you've graduated from university, might be that you've achieved something in your career, it might be that, you've got a business and you're starting to profit. It's something you've achieved that this person's jealous of. They're trying to provoke you. They're trying to make you angry. You've got more to achieve. You've gone up to a certain point. That's what I'm getting with this Page of Wands. And you've got more to achieve, because if you look at this Page of Wands, again, he's looking into the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is 1111. It's the gates opening to more achievement, more things that you want to achieve. So what that's telling you is this person's very jealous of you. So if you just ignore them and you just go to the next level and the next one and the next one, they'll get more and more jealous. They'll probably say more things to you and they'll probably try and email you more and text you more, whatever. But keep ignoring them, and instead of focusing on them, focus on where you're going. That's the best revenge you can possibly get on this particular person. That's what I'm getting. And that's the difference between you. That's the difference between you. They talk, they gossip, they provoke. They're focused on you. But you've got to focus on you, and you've got to focus on where you're going. That's the difference between you. You act and they talk. So just keep on going down the same road you're going. You're going the right way. You're about to achieve more things down the road. Ignore this person. Don't even talk to them if that's you. So that's the message I'm getting now. Okay, right, so the first card you've got for your future is this really beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So that's who you're coming up as. So, and you know, she's a step up. Again, you've achieved up to a certain point, but you haven't reached your full potential yet. You're on that road. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She's not the King of Pentacles yet, but you're on your way there, and you know that, and that's why that person's jealous, and you've just got to ignore them and just keep going, because you'll make them even angrier. So I'm laughing because I'm an Aries myself. So so this Queen, obviously, she's literally holding this coin, and she's very careful with her money. She takes care of her money. So that's the literal interpretation of this card. And you know, also you've got all these red roses in this card as well. And red roses are all about manifestation, wanting to get to the next level, wanting to manifest something for yourself. So that's in that card. And also, if you look all the way down to the bottom, those red roses are in that Four of Wands as well. So there's a connection between those two as well about your achievement. So it looks like you've gone up to some level or a certain point, and the best is yet to come. So you're on the right road to that. So that's what that's showing me again. Now, what I'm getting here is, with this literal interpretation with this card, it's saving money. So there's something ahead of you. There's some kind of opportunity ahead of you with this Four of Wands here. And I think to be able to do this, you might have to travel, you might have to move, you might have to go somewhere. I don't know if it's permanent or not, but you've got all these wands here. Wands are action, travel, and all that kind of thing. So that's what's happening. And it looks like this Queen's up the top there, and she's looking down on all these wands, and she's thinking, you know, at some time I'm going to have to move forward, I'm going to have to travel. So to be able to do that and keep my options open for the future, for these opportunities, I'm going to have to save my money. So I think for you, you might have literally been saving your money. I don't know how much you've saved, but whatever it is, it's something, and it's there, and you can build on that. So keep on saving that. And what I'm getting here is, yeah, this is interesting for someone here. It looks like you've come close to making a big purchase, or one or two or more, I don't know, but one big purchase. It might be more than one. And it looks like you nearly said yes to something, but then your instincts kind of kicked in and said, no, don't do that, don't do that, save your money, you might need it later. Or maybe it didn't say anything to you, it just gave you that feeling of, no, I won't buy that now, I'll save my money. And the reason why your instincts kicked in was because, you know, you didn't know why, but it will be apparent to you later on. You'll find out later on, because when this opportunity comes in, and when this thing is that you're working towards, you'll say, oh, I'm so glad I saved my money. I'm so glad I saved my money, because I'm going to need that. It needs to be fluid, because I'm going to have to, I don't want it to be tied into anything. I need it to be open and fluid, because I'm going to need that in the future. And you are. So if that was you, if you said, oh, should I buy this? No, I won't buy this now. That happened for a reason. That's the universe stepping in and telling you not to do that. And yeah, it might be a house, actually. It's a big purchase, very big purchase. That's what I'm seeing here. It might be two. But yeah, it might be a house. And I'm getting that because if you look at this Four of Wands down here, you've got, if you look at the little narrow sections between the wands, you've got a little house on the left with a red roof. And there's a little house on the right with a red roof. So it might be that it was a house that you said, oh, should I buy this house? Or should I rent this very expensive place? Or it doesn't have to be that, but it's some big thing. And what that's telling you is, it's telling you two things. You did the right thing because you've got 11/11 ahead of you. You've got a bigger opportunity ahead of you, and it was good that you did that. The other thing this is showing you is that you missed out on the one thing, but there's another one coming up on the other side, the same. So you can have that same thing that you said no to later on, or something better. So that's what that's showing you. It's good that you held off now, because the thing, or the better thing, or the same thing is there for you down the road as well. So I hope that makes sense. to someone who's watching this. Okay, right, so yeah, this is what I'm getting here as well. I'm getting this love connection. I'm getting this person coming back to talk to you. Yeah, they've got huge ideas for this relationship. I don't know if you realise that or not, but you know, the Four of Wands could be about marriage, literally. So they've got this kind of beautiful romantic idea, and you can see that in the Three of Wands. You know, looking out over the water, walking by the beach, walking by a lake, that's where people bring their lovers. That's where people bring their lovers for a romantic time. You know, it's like, oh, let's go to this romantic place and look at the water. You know, because water's all about emotion. So it looks like they're looking at the water and they're saying, oh, I'm hoping for this romantic time with this person. Maybe it'll be marriage, maybe it'll be this and that and all these other things. But they've got to look above that. They've got to look up above that at this Queen, and they've got to say, no, I can't be thinking about all these dreams and all that. I have to be thinking about the stability. So again, that's what this is telling you. They might, you know, come to that realization when you talk to them. They might not. I can't quite see that. But at the moment, they're not there. At the moment, it looks like they're not into the stability. They're all about the dream. Because again, if you look at this Three of Wands here, have a look at this rock that he's on. You know, he's up on this rock, and you think, oh, rocks are all about stability. But it's green on that rock, so it's full of moss, so he could easily fall off. It's not a stable rock. So lots and lots of talks that have to happen between you, or it might be that you listen to them for 5 minutes and you say, no, I can tell right away that this isn't what I want. But I can't see exactly where this is going to go. Again, I wish I could for you. But all I can see is they're coming in with a message. It's a very deep talk, or that's what they want, some kind of very deep conversation with you, because they want love with you. They think that your love is super, 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 oh, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Spiritual, that's the word I'm trying to think of because of this High Priestess. Now, you do have a spiritual connection, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're supposed to be together as a couple, and that's what you've got to sort out in this conversation. But I'm not going to say any more because this is too long. All I'm going to say is thank you so much for watching.